Well, we're going to go out to New York first, and we'll talk with Matt. Hey, Matt, what do you got for us tonight?
Good evening, Andrew. I've got a question, but I wanted to also just mention, I think a couple of weeks ago you referenced the number of times that questions have been submitted to BibleQuestions.com, like 900,000 and 50,000.
Yeah.
And I think I'm responsible for about 25% of those. So I appreciate, I really appreciate that ministry. My question is based on being redeemed and the day of redemption.
Yeah.
In Ephesians 1:7, we have redemption through his blood. So I'm under the understanding that we are redeemed when we're saved.
Yeah.
And then in Ephesians 4:30, we're sealed for the day of redemption. And I'm curious what the difference is between being redeemed and what is the day of redemption if that's not the day we're saved. I've always looked at
good.
The day of redemption is the day we are saved.
Good question. I love it. Well, I love it because it gets to the heart of the gospel, and that's what we're about here at the Grace Message. We love questions related to Jesus, the cross, the resurrection, salvation, forgiveness, new life, identity in Him, His return, anything that is gospel-centered. That is our wheelhouse, and I love it when you bring quality questions to the program. Now, concerning this idea of being redeemed, let's not forget what redeemed means. Redeemed means to be bought, to be purchased, to be bought back for a price. I remember when I was a kid, I guess it was around 1982 or so, they were still offering those opportunities to redeem your bottles, right? You could drink a bottle of RC Cola at the IGA store in Virginia and walk back down the hill to that store after Sunday school, and you could give them your bottle back, and after having swigged the whole thing dry, you could give it back to them, and they would give you some money. It was just a little bit, a few cents back, but then, of course, what would they do? After they bought the bottles back, then they would, of course, take them to the factory, and they would sterilize them, they would clean them, they would fill them again, and they would seal them. And that's a beautiful picture of salvation. When we are bought back, we are filled with God's Spirit, and we are sealed with the Spirit. So that's what it means to be redeemed, to be purchased, to be owned by God, to be bought back. After the fall of humanity, we lost life. And when God redeems us, we get life back. We are filled with His life and sealed, safe and secure until He returns. Now, if that's salvation and if that's what it means to be redeemed, then what are we talking about when we're still awaiting? We're still waiting for a day of redemption. Well, you notice in my analogy, the bottle wasn't new. The bottle got filled and the bottle got sealed, but the bottle wasn't new, was it? It was the same old bottle. Well, there you are. You're saved. You're holy. You're righteous. You're blameless. You're filled with the Spirit. You're sealed. But your body is not new yet. And so that's what it means, this day of redemption that we're still waiting for. We're waiting for that new resurrection body that's going to match all that new filling that we've already received. You've got a new heart, but an old body. You've got a new spirit, but an old body. You've got a new creation living on the inside, and yet the outside is ready for decay. It's going to become Miracle Grow, right? Whether it's 7 years decaying inside of a casket or 7 minutes burning up in an oven, that old body of yours is going to become Miracle Grow, back to dust, and it will be replaced at the day of redemption with a new resurrection body that matches that beautiful resurrection heart of yours. So that's why we see Ephesians 1:7 talking about salvation. It says we have redemption. Colossians 1, we have redemption. 1 Peter 1, it says you were redeemed, past tense. How about Galatians 3, Christ redeemed us, past tense. All of that is about our salvation and being bought back, and now we're owned by God. We're a people of God's possession, but we're waiting on something, right? Romans chapter 8, it says that we eagerly wait for our adoption, the redemption of our bodies. And Romans 8:23 expresses that perhaps the very best. Then, as you pointed out, Ephesians 4 says we're waiting for that day of redemption. And then Philippians 3, verse 20 and 21. Listen to this one. He brings everything under his control, and he will transform our lowly bodies so that they will be like his glorious body. So that is what we're waiting on. The perishable becomes imperishable, and the physical becomes spiritual. We get new resurrection bodies to match, get this, to match our resurrection hearts. Every Christian out there listening, you are holy and righteous and blameless. You are spotless. You have a resurrection heart and a new nature, and you're beautiful on the inside. The very core of your being houses Jesus Christ, and you are compatible with him. And yet, we're excited about his return, because then the outside will match the inside. So, Matt, thanks for your question tonight. I'll put you back on and see. Does that help, my friend?
Yeah, I really appreciate the insight and the clarity and making it a little bit more understandable for me. I really appreciate you a lot, my friend. Thank you.
Well, Matt, listen, thank you for your encouragement. I'm glad you're connected with us, and to reach out anytime. Great to hear from you.